Joining me now, Jim Desmond, San Diego County Supervisor. Sir, you recently toured San Diego's border communities. You said what you uncovered about illegal migrant workers there was really disturbing. How so? Explain that, please.
Well, the Deputy Secretary of Labor, Keith Sonderling, paid a visit to our southern border, and I gave him a tour of that. And this was an effort to protect American jobs and prevent human trafficking. I mean, we had San Diego border during the Biden administration. We were one of the #1 hotspots. We had thousands of people coming across the border a day. We had 155,000 people just dropped at our transit station here near the southern border. We've got a lot of new industry along the border, a lot of businesses popping up, warehouses and things like that. And people are getting exploited. We've heard of people that came here illegally are now working in some of these facilities. They're being paid in pesos, or they're paying off the cartels, or they're smuggling debts. So we really want to make sure we protect American jobs and we prevent this type of human trafficking. So that was what the tour was basically about with the Deputy Secretary, to make sure those types of things are halted here in San Diego County.
Well, what you're talking about here is undermining the wage rules that we have in the United States. How do you stop this from happening? People being paid in pesos, for heaven's sake?
Yes, and I mean, what we've got to be doing, and the Department of Labor is saying they're doing this actively. They're looking at records, they're looking at financials, they're looking at all these other reportable actions by some of these businesses, and we do have just a whole bunch of businesses along the border on both sides of the border, and a lot of these businesses and buildings are run by Mexico. They purchase buildings and property on both sides of the border. And so what we got to make sure is that we are protecting American jobs, making sure that, the people are getting paid properly, and this type of exploitation is not happening here. And so I was very grateful that Deputy Secretary Sonderling made the visit.
A quick question, sir. You had 150,000 migrants basically dumped onto the streets of San Diego. Where are they now? Are they working?
We have no idea. They were dropped off by the Biden administration. They had no plans, no course of action once they were dropped off at this transit station, which didn't even have a bathroom. I went down there. It were a couple of these drop-off episodes, and I had a gentleman walk up to me, and he asked me how to get to Virginia. He had an address in Virginia. So, we have no idea where they are. There was no tracking or anything like that. They were just dropped off over a 9-month period, 155,000 people into our county. And we have no idea where they are or how many stayed. So this is why we're really focusing on that border area, to make sure labor laws are protected and people aren't human trafficked into jobs or into some sort of indentured service to the cartels.
That's what it is, indentured servitude. Jim Desmond, thanks for joining us, sir. Always appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yes, sir.